super sport, wet paint, big feet. I pull up and kill shit, 6 feet.
6 feet, going deep. It's Torius with.
And it's Monvlisa.
Alright, Monvlisa. So just making a quick. Is that Snap or Instagram?
This is Instagram, trying to,
Oh, yeah.
get a little footage.
For the club. So yeah. So are you French?
French? No, I'm not French.
Wait, is that where Monvlisa's from?
No, Monvlisa is just a description. I like to think of my art. I like to think of myself.
I was talking about the painting.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was French.
Yeah. It's in the Louvre Museum.
Uh-huh.
The Louvre. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Louvre.
Louvre. Okay, yeah, it's in the Louvre Museum. Yeah, it's French.
Is that so? What does Monvlisa mean?
Okay, so Monvlisa is basically a description. Like, I like to think of myself like as a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think of my music as a masterpiece. Like I take it seriously. So everything I do, I like to feel like this is, oh my God, this is the worst. This is, like everything that pretty much I put my heart, sweat, and tears into it. So, just like Leonardo da Vinci, that was his heart, sweat, and tears,
No, of course. So what would you what would you describe that you do?
So I do music. Music is my first love. But, I like the arts, period. I like paintings. I like drawing.
You paint and you draw?
I've painted before. I'm not a painter. I don't paint on a regular basis. But I definitely draw. I'm starting a clothing line, so I'm, sketching out some...
little designs?
Yeah, I'm sketching out some little designs. It's going to be really dope.
So were you, ever, drawing, dresses or, any little, clothes or,
Yeah, more not dresses, more like hoodies and t-shirts.
No, I mean, as a kid growing up, were you always
well, when I was younger, I used to just draw anything. I used to have art classes. I used to draw whatever we were drawing in there, or people, things, waterfalls, fruit. I don't know, anything to kind of touch up my skills.
Yeah. Were you always good, or were you
I mean, I think I'm just super multi-talented. I don't know. I'm blessed and highly favored, so I feel I have a lot of gifts to offer the world.
Yeah.
And music is one of them, but definitely the arts, entertainment. I like to make people laugh and smile.
So are you an actress too?
Yeah, I do a lot of acting. I took some acting classes at FIU. And, I did a little YouTube series. It's called Instapire. It was a parody of Empire.
Oh,
so it was pretty dope. I played Rhonda.
Oh, really? Where's that? Is it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Mm-hmm.
But whose channel?
It's called Instapire. It's a channel in itself.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But we had some major people from Miami that have a huge following. Fat Boy Funny, and
is he the one that's always going to stores and taking off his shirt? Is that him?
No, I don't think so. But no, that Boy Funny. No, not that one. I'm not sure, because, it was a while ago, but, we had a lot of major people on there that,
yeah,
have a lot of following, and it was so fun to do. It was so dope. It was my first YouTube series. So
were you ever, what started that? Were you doing, Instagram or Vine or, anything like that?
Well, what started that was because, I have a lot of friends that are in the entertainment, and they see what I'm doing, and they know that I'm multi-talented. It's not just the music for me, even though music is my first love. But, they know that I'm multi-talented, so they, put the position in front of me, and I took it,
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun. Really fun.
Not bad. So you're, I would say that you're very artistic, right?
Yeah.
You're a very artistic person.
Mm-hmm.
But are you also entrepreneurial wise?
Yeah, for sure.
That way?
Yeah, for sure. I am an entrepreneur. I like to, go hard. I love money. So,
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I love money. I like getting money. So, anything I could do, any little jugs I can make, I'm definitely making them out here.
Would you, what's higher on your scale, money or fame?
I don't think it's either, because I'm not doing this for the money, even though I would love to be financially comfortable, and right now I'm not super struggling, so I don't think that my hunger is for the money, and it's not for the fame either. It's legit for the platform. Like, I want to be able to have a platform to speak for other people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I know a lot of people that are poor, and I know a lot of people that can't, you know, really get the message out to people like they would like to. Like, I even have family in Puerto Rico right now that are suffering really bad from the hurricane. Yeah.
That's what I asked.
Right, yeah, I have a lot of family in Puerto Rico, and I haven't even spoke to them. You know, they don't have power, they don't have anything, so I haven't spoke to them. But you know, like,
no one really knows like how bad it really is.
Exactly, except for the pictures, which there's like cows dead on top of light poles. Like, there's
I've mostly seen like the mudslides and like the flooding. Yeah,
it's really bad. And already, you know, like my family in Puerto Rico, they live in a very like rural part of Puerto Rico. It's not like the tourist part that you see on, you know,
like with the resorts and stuff. Like,
no, it's not that. It's like, you know, like
in the farmland,
right, and in the mountains. And you know, thank God my grandmother, she lives in the mountains, so like I don't think she got so much flooding, but the landslides and mudslides are definitely serious.
The wind and the trees and everything.
Yeah.
Were you here during Irma?
I wasn't here. I tried to run.
And
I went to Tampa.
You're not 3 or 5 or die?
No, I mean, I'm 3 or 5 till I die. But, I mean, like, you know, I have family in Tampa, so we all wanted to be together.
Everyone's going to call you out on this.
Whatever, they can call me out.
Once this drops, go look at the comments. Like, she's not 3 or 5 to die. Till I die.
Nah, I mean, I have family in other places. We all wanted to just be together, you know, if anything was to happen that was catastrophic. We'd just rather be together. So we all went to Tampa. We met up with my sister and her husband.
I think it was funny because everyone was going to Tampa to run away from it.
I know. And then we got caught right in it. Like, I was in the hurricane. So, yeah.
Was it really that bad? Like, how bad was it?
In Tampa, we had a lot of winds and a lot of rain, but it wasn't as bad as how Miami took it. Like, when I came back here, it literally looked like nature was crying.
Really? It was worse in here than it was over there?
Yeah, it was worse.
Because we only got like the outside of it.
No, by the time it hit Tampa, it was like a category 2 or 3. Yeah. But when it was here, it was like a 4.
Yeah, like I left the building I was at, and then I saw that. I was like, oh shit, what the hell? There's like a bunch of like trees like out of the ground. I never seen anything like that.
It literally looked like nature was crying. Like, when I came back, I was so hurt because it just looked like the earth was hurt, you know, like, and I don't mean to sound like so like,
no,
oh my God, but
because the thing is, like, I feel like the hurricane like brought everyone together.
Yeah, it did, and we need that. We need to turn off these phones for a while and not have signal and reception and be able to just talk to each other.
Oh, look at the hurricane.
I know.
No, like, cause it's crazy because you see like everyone like at one point in time, every single person has the same thing on their mind, and everyone's doing the same thing. Like, I need water, I need to put these shutters up, I need to like do this, I need to prepare. And they're all doing the same thing. Yeah,
I do feel like it brought a lot of people together, which we need right now because this country is like.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to wear an American flag. Like, I don't even want to represent it.
How do you feel about Trump?
Trump, oh my God! Like, I don't want to talk too much about politics because I don't want to die. You know, I don't want the government to kill me.
I try to stay away from it too.
Yeah, word. But you know, I definitely didn't vote for Trump. Yeah, I don't support like his beliefs and his actions. So it is what it is.
I feel like a lot of people do. It's like, but they're like secret about it.
Yeah.
Because he's the president.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird place that we're in, you know, because it's just, I feel like he stirs up a lot of hate. Like, whether he knows it or not, like, because he's not here with the regular people, you know, he doesn't see our everyday life.
Oh, yeah.
But he does stir up a lot of hate, and I just can't stand behind that.
But I feel like that's what people want, because people like controversy. Like, people want something to talk about.
Right, and I feel like it's entertaining for people, you know, like, America is like a huge reality show right now to all the other fucking countries.
Because everyone, like, whenever
everyone's tuning in to see what fuckery he's going to say.
Yeah. It's like, you saw what he said about Puerto Rico, too?
He's an idiot.
Like, because Puerto Rico's part of America, and he wasn't really doing anything about, like, to help him.
He's an idiot. But fuck that. I don't want to talk about Donald Trump, because he ain't worth my time.
So, let's say you had Donald Trump money. What would you buy?
If I had Donald Trump money, first of all, I would do my best to, like, end world hunger, because I'm super serious about that. Like, I took a nutrition class, and we used to talk about world hunger all the time, and a lot of the reasons why we can't, like these countries, these third world countries, why they can't, you know, like they have food.
Or, like, have their own food?
Yeah, like, anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's important to feed people because it's hard to even learn or think or function when you're hungry, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Like, I know I've been hungry before, and I'm not even myself. Like, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. Yeah, like, it's true. It's so true. Like, and I feel like, you know, if we were able to, you know, just feed everyone and get everyone a meal, I feel like it would be better for the world because then we would all be able to function better together. I
feel like it's all green because, like, Americans are super fat. So, like,
you know how much food we throw away? Are you kidding?
You seen those shows on TLC and they're like, my 600-pound life, or like, oh, like, they're like super fat and they eat half the food and they just like throw it away. It's
so sad. Like, I hate wasting food.
Yeah.
I will eat until I'm like my stomach is hurting before I throw that food away because I just feel so bad wasting it.
Yeah, you think about that, like.
Yeah, I do all the time, all the time.
So tell me about a young Mona Lisa. How was she?
Oh my God, the young Mona Lisa. Listen, I've been doing music for so long. Like, even when I was younger, I was like in the choir, like in church, you know. And when I was in middle school, my name was J Money. Yeah.
What was it?
My name is Jasmine. So when I was in middle school, when I used to rap, you know, I used to play basketball too. So, you know, my basketball team family, you know, they gave me the name Mona Lisa. It was like a nickname, not Mona Lisa, J Money. It was like a nickname, you know, for ball, and, you know, I was spitting, so it was like my little nickname. So I just ran with it, and I was like, you know, on some J Money shit, you know, like I would save like all my lunch money and shit like that, and be throwing it in the school dances, like I'm a fucking rapper. Yes, like I really thought that I was on that shit.
No, that was like fake, because like you're like doing it in the beginning, and now look where you are right now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I wouldn't be throwing money right now, but because, you know, I'm just not on that. But I would do that shit in middle school. Huh?
You gotta wait till like you got the Donald Trump money and the world's hungry.
Right, exactly. But the young Mona Lisa, she was definitely super like ambitious. Like, I'm still ambitious, but, you know, she was like had a fucking fire under her ass because like I wouldn't stop. Like, everyone in school knew I had one rap that would rap. Like, to everyone, and everyone in school knew it word for word. Like, even in my yearbook, people would like write my lyrics.
What was it?
It was, oh my God, you don't even want me to write.
I want to know, because I want to tell you mine. Mine was probably worse.
Oh, stop. You remember it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So it was, J Money don't play no games, from my head to my toes, so fresh, so clean. True stunning and it can't be changed. How you gonna talk about popping and locking and you so lame? I'm hot and you're not. It was like some shit like that. But, you know, back then, the popping and locking and shit was hot. So
right now, when you say that, I think of like a MySpace poster.
That's how it was.
MySpace layout.
Seriously.
Right
yeah. MySpace was definitely popping back then. But
mine was, well, because I was like fucking around with rap. I used to like make funny raps or whatever. So like, I was recording in my computer, like straight to the straight to the mic. And I just did a song. I was like, because you know the song Rack City by Tyga?
Yeah, Rack City, yeah.
I changed Rack City to Wanna Do City.
Okay.
So I was like, Wanna Do City. Wanna Do City. Oh, how like, it's like Rack City but Wanna Do City.
Yeah, Wanna Do City. Yeah. Have you ever been to Wanna Do City?
Yeah, that's why I made the song.
Oh my God.
You remember
I love Wanna Do City.
Yeah, but they took it out now. They don't
I know, I heard.
But I'm too big for it. I used to like.
Yeah, word.
One time I was a doctor, and I was a big kid like all the time, like since I was little.
Yeah.
So like I put on the doctor's like coat or whatever, and I couldn't take it off. I was like, oh, it's stuck on me.
No.
What was like your favorite thing to be?
When I was at Wanna Do City, like I just wanted to go to jail and break out.
That was another thing.
I used to like always like do the baddest shit to go to jail and then break out that shit.
Yeah. Go to the bars.
Yeah, seriously, I used to do that shit, but I was like kind of like very like I don't know, like I wouldn't say bad as a kid, but I was definitely very curious, and that got me into a lot of trouble.
You seem like you had like a wild past. Like
yeah, I do have a wild past, but I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to really calm down.
Were you hanging around with like bad influences or like
I know
people?
I wasn't hanging around bad influences. I mean, there was some bad influences in my life, but no.
I feel like you were the bad influence.
No, don't say that. I wasn't a bad influence. I just, you know, I'm very curious and I like to learn things on my own. And so, you know, curiosity killed the cat. So good thing I'm not dead right now, but I definitely done some things that I was just like, you know, like I just want to know, like I want to experience it, you know.
Like weed?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was like your like the first time you ever smoked?
The first time I ever smoked was like in high school with my homegirl, and I was just like, oh my God, my eyes won't open.
For real? You're actually high?
They were super heavy, yeah. But, you know, like that was so long ago. I don't know, like I've never tried any other drugs though. Like I've never done anything else.
Oh really?
Just marijuana and
alcohol,
yeah.
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink, lately I've been doing like a lot of tequila because I heard it's like super low in calories from all the other liquor.
Really?
Yeah, I was a heavy Hennessy drinker because my boyfriend at the time, like back in the day, he was Jamaican. So all he used to drink is Henny all the time.
I think they drink rum.
They drink rum, but his thing was Hennessy. He loved Hennessy. His family loved Hennessy. Like every function. No, he would sometimes. Not gonna lie, like, but his family, his brothers, everybody drink Hennessy. So any little family function, Thanksgiving, whatever,
they always have the Hennessy
Henny on deck, like.
Oh,
yeah, but after I stopped dating him, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try something new, my own shit. So
yeah.
I started, you know, getting heavy into like Patron, Don Julio,
tequilas.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you're into like nutrition and stuff, right? So like, what's your diet like?
My diet, okay, so I try not to eat a lot of fried food because it makes my face break out like crazy, and I try to have like really, really nice skin. Yeah. So even pizza too. Like pizza is my guilty obsession, but I try not to eat it that much.
What's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza is white pizza with like ricotta cheese, mozzarella, like all the white cheeses you can think of.
That sounds a little racist.
Wow. No, it's not racist.
No, because what if you got like a white pizza and it's like a meat, like a supreme, so it's like white supreme pizza.
Oh God, I don't want a supreme white pizza. No, I just like the white pizza. Like it has like a lot of cheese, and then I like to add maybe like some mushrooms and spinach.
Mushroom?
Yeah, I used to work in a pizza place.
Right? What pizza place?
It was like down in Homestead. I used to actually work at a few pizza places.
Was it Sir Pizza?
No, it was called Jersey Boardwalk Pizza.
I never been there.
Yeah, it's like super low key. But I used to work there. I didn't make any money there.
Really?
Like I worked there for like a total of 3 months.
What do you mean, like not any, like you weren't there?
Like I was waitressing and bartending.
Oh, it wasn't like a delivery place?
No, it was like a little
like a
pizzeria.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and they sold, you know, beer and wine and shit. So I was a bartender, but you know, we would still sell food too. But
you were getting good tips as a bartender?
I wasn't getting good tips over there. No. I left.
I heard bartenders get really good tips.
Yeah, I'm a bartender now.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I be bartending like on the weekends, though, just on the weekends. But
Right,
you know, during the week, I do my music heavy. I even do my music on the weekends, but
you
know, just to make some money.
On the boats?
Not on the boats. I bartend on South Beach at this club. It's called Be Live. And it's actually owned by Akinelli, who's the guy that did the song Fuck for Free, that DJ Khaled remixed. You know, the fuck for free, whatever. It's his original song with Drake and Khaled. Yeah, fuck for free.
No.
You never heard fuck for free.
If I hear it, I'll probably remember it. I don't
fuck for free. I know you working late at night to get a college degree. Okay, well.
No, I gotta hear it so I remember.
You know what I'm talking about.
I probably have heard it.
Yeah, he's super like a fucking hip hop legend, my owner, like the owner of the club. So like he always gives me such good advice. I'm like a little sponge. Like I suck everything up from him. Yeah, because he was really popping back in the day in New York. Like he's literally friends with Nas, friends with Jay-Z.
You gotta get him on the interview.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like he's done a bunch of interviews. He would love to do an interview.
How many have you done?
I've done a couple, maybe like 2 or 3.
Were they ever scripted?
Scripted?
Yeah, because I was hearing from another artist I interviewed like recently. They were saying how like they made her say everything like word for word. Like
no.
Yeah, like she has to read from a script.
I say what the fuck I want to say and whatever comes to my mind.
I told you like, I'm surprised with like with the questions and everything.
Yeah, like I don't even know what questions you're gonna ask me, and I'm scared to see what I'm gonna say in this interview. But like it is what it is. I'm just gonna be open and honest.
Yeah, everyone tells me like, you should ask people, like tell people the questions first and stuff.
Yeah, I mean maybe when I get bigger and there's like super, like questions I don't want to even talk about, I'll do that. But I'm not like
accessing it like that.
Yeah, I'm not like a Billboard Grammy winning artist yet. Yeah. So when I get to that level, I'm gonna be like, you can only ask me these questions. I'm gonna be such a diva.
You said that really, Beyonce.
I'm a Virgo. Beyonce's a Virgo.
Oh really?
My birthday just passed on September 15th.
Oh, happy birthday! Well,
thank you.
Happy belated.
Thanks.
So you just turned you want to say your age? I don't know.
No, I don't want to say my age. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 24.
How old do people usually think you are?
People usually think I'm like 25 or less,
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to get that I'm much older because, I wear makeup and stuff. But I just like to play in makeup.
What are you wearing now?
What makeup?
Yeah. Are you wearing Fenty?
No, I'm not. I'm not wearing Fenty. I like to wear like this Neutrogena makeup. It's supposed to be like really good for your skin and like all that other shit that they put in makeup. It's supposed to be like organic, materials. So that's what I'm wearing right now.
Have you ever thought of doing like makeup tutorials or like makeup YouTube channel, like something like that?
I did, but that takes so much time, and being an artist in itself takes so much time. So I'm like, I can't do makeup tutorials too. Like maybe when I get more successful and I have like a huge
a following.
Yeah, like or I have a huge marketing back that's gonna push me and invest in me, then I would do something like that. But I do my own makeup, I do my own hair.
Do you have a lot of people, like a lot of girls asking like, what did you do to do this and do that?
Yeah, like I do makeup for other people. Like I do makeup for models. I do makeup, I work in a club, so all the girls that dance there or work there, I do their makeup, do their hair. And I do my friends' hair, makeup, my sisters for their wedding, but I just don't do it on a level where it's like, okay, like...
This is what I do.
Yeah, this is what I do. Like, when I even do makeup for people, I'm like, like, you're my friend, you don't got to pay me, but if you want to, give me a little something...
Like a little tip?
Yeah, if you want to give me a little tip, that's good. But I don't really charge them for it. Do you feel like
friends be stingy?
No, all my friends are very generous. All my friends are very kind. I don't hang around people that are selfish and that are, about themselves. Yeah, I don't hang around people like that.
Not for you. So, do you feel like your circle has gotten smaller since,
My circle's so small.
Really?
So small.
Who's in it?
So I have one friend, and we're really, really close friends, but I also have a lot of family. So I have a lot of cousins that are my age, and, we're super close too. They support me 100%, whatever I need. They're always there, and my best friend too, And I have a lot of, other friends, but, who I really hang out with, who I go out with, when I'm usually out, you'll probably see me by myself. I'm not really, a huge entourage of people, I'm out by myself, try to connect with people, because I'm by myself, so I'm not, with a gang, so I just try to...
You don't feel like it's harder for you? Because I know a lot of people, they have, anxiety. They're like, I don't want to go by myself. I don't want to be seen by myself.
No, I don't have anxiety. I feel like when I, walk into somewhere, Miami spoils me, period.
Right.
My city spoils the fuck out of me, so... When I go places, I usually know good people. They put me in the right hands, and then after that, I just kind of do for myself. I'll talk to people. I'm not a bougie ass bitch at all. I might look bougie because I wear super expensive shit and stuff like that, or nice cars. But
you do your makeup good?
Yeah, but I'm not bougie at all. I'll talk to the janitor if he's chilling at the party. It doesn't matter.
That's how you gotta be.
Yeah, I talk to anybody if they got a good vibe.
But has that ever backfired on you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because people take my kindness for weakness. I like to be very kind to people because I like to put out that energy in the universe so I can get it back. And I've gotten it back a lot of times, but a lot of times people, they're not the same as me, and they don't think the same as me, and I can't blame them for the way they act or they
Mm-hmm. They can go.
I can't blame them for that, but you know, I've dealt with people that definitely, you know, don't want to see me win and don't want to see me be successful, and it's hurtful because it's like I never thought like that. Like I've never thought like oh my God, I don't want to see her win or him win. You know, like I think that's a crazy mindset.
Of, people that you're growing up with, like trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that I grew up with, I feel like they're very comfortable in the place that they're in, and that scares me too.
Yeah, because you don't want to like stay. Because when you're comfortable, then you become complacent.
Right. Yeah, it's very true. Even you know, people in my family, you know, like people I've, you know, looked up to my whole life. Not saying that their life is horrible because they didn't, you know, excel,
they
but
didn't want more in life.
Right, they just didn't want more. They were just very comfortable. A lot of my neighbors, you know, they're like 50 years old, been doing the same job for, I don't know, 25 plus years, and they're just comfortable with that, and but I'm just like not comfortable.
I feel like it's just like that generation gap, like, because nowadays it's that whole, like, the thing is like, oh, you know, you gotta go out and get it for yourself, you gotta make it yourself. Back then what they were teaching everyone was like, oh, you have to go to school, get a good job, and then like just like stay comfortable for the rest of your life. But
I'm just not with that.
Yeah.
And even a lot of people, like a lot of young people that I know, they're good with that. They're good with
like being
you know,
comfortable?
Yeah, they're good with where they're at in life, and you know, that's good for them. I don't knock anybody.
What about your parents? Like, did they tell you, like, oh, no, you got to go to school, do this?
My mom, of course. Like, my mom's like, you got to go to college. You got to get a degree. And then my sisters, it's so hard to follow in their footsteps. They graduated from, like, FSU, alumni. Like, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, yeah, like, it's hard to live up to the dean's list. You know what I'm saying?
And you're over here like, I'm J Money, bitch.
Yeah, right. Right. My mom's, like, super worried. She's like, what happens if, you know, like, I'm just scared.
My mom's like, well, because my brother went to school and he graduated, and then she was like, at least I got one, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. My mom, she definitely wants me to graduate and get a degree, but I'm telling her, you know, school's always going to be there.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time. I feel like the music industry, like, you know, especially for female rappers, so short-lived. Like, you have to be able to do it now. I can't be like 30, 40 years old trying to rap, you know?
Yeah, because Nicki Minaj, she got on like when she was like in her 20s too, like 26.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I told her school will always be there, and I don't have plan Bs. Like, I don't have like a plan B. My plan A is going to work, you know? Like, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to go hard for it to work. I don't make plan Bs. So when she was like, oh, you know, you can always go back to school, I'm like, well, it's going to be there regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go for my plan, and I'm going to just, you know, stick to that and do what I got to do. But for her to feel comfortable, I'm like, you know, it's not going to go nowhere. FIU is still going to be there. I went to Dade too, so Dade's still going to be here, you know? Like, it's not going nowhere. But my career, my dreams, like, I could lose them. It could fall out of my hands.
Yeah, because if you're too old, you're like, oh, you're still doing that.
Right, like who's gonna really listen to me spitting about my pussy being good at 40 years old? You know?
Yeah, they're like, oh, what's she on? Like,
yeah, right. Like,
exactly.
So, you know.
Nah, I feel you. I definitely feel you. So, like, you came from like a good home, like.
I came from
and everything.
Well, the thing is, my upbringing was a little, like, rocky just because I was the only, like, light-skinned one in my family. I grew up with my mother. She's black. And my father, he's white, my biological father. I've never met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never met him. But my stepfather, he's Puerto Rican. And he's been in my life more than my father. He's my two sisters by my mother. He's their father. And, you know, that his side of the family has been more of my family than my own father. So, you know, I don't even claim him, to be honest with you. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my dad, you know, because he was in my life. But he died at a really young age.
Did he ever tell you what to do and you were like, I'm not doing what you want, what you tell me? Or what?
Yeah, of course. It's always like that, you know, like my mom always wants me to do something and I always go and do something else. But I don't know, my upbringing, it wasn't bad at all. Like, I wouldn't say, like, I came from the projects and shit like that. I did grow up in the hood, you know, like, I'm from Richmond Heights. And, you know, it wasn't like I seen prostitutes, I seen drug dealers, I seen people dead in the street, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely didn't grow up where I missed meals, you know, or,
like,
you
it was
know.
Like, it was like in the like the struggle.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, we was living in a home with like 9 people in a 3-4 bedroom home, but, you know, we were good. Like, I never missed a meal. You know, my mom was always providing for us. She was in the military. And,
oh, really?
Yeah, and when she got out, you know, like, I was living with my grandmother for a while, and my sisters and my cousins, you know, my grandmother took care of everybody. Yeah. So, you know.
Making those good meals?
Yeah, she was making those good meals. Had me thick right now because of that cornbread and fried chicken and all that. I grew up real Southern. Like, my people from Georgia. So, I had all those Southern meals, you know.
The soul food?
Mm-hmm. I had all that. But it was really hard growing up because, you know, I wasn't... You know, I'm very fair skinned. So when I was going to school, like...
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, yeah, did people think you were Hispanic?
People did think I was Hispanic because of my last name. Like, my last name is Borrero. So I you know, like, automatically they're like, oh, you're Spanish or whatever. And I didn't really feel like when I was younger, I needed to explain myself to people because I was going through a hard time. Like, my stepfather, who's Puerto Rican, he had died. And I just didn't want to explain to people, like, oh, I'm not, you know, white and black, you know, or my last name is Spanish and da-da-da. And I didn't want to explain that to all of them, you know, because, you know.
Whose last name do you have?
I have my stepfather's last name because my mom was married to him.
So, I think you get it from your dad that you're supposed to get.
My father, I don't know him. I don't know him at all. Like, he's a sperm donor. So, my stepfather's, whose last name I have, his name is Jose.
Your biological didn't bother?
No, not at all. Like, not at all. So... you know, I found him on Facebook.
Oh, right?
Yeah, like probably like 2 years ago. Yeah, I spoke to him. He's super immature.
Really?
I wouldn't even like to claim him as my father. Yeah.
I feel like everyone's like that didn't grow up with their dad just like randomly hits them on Facebook like, hey, I found you on Facebook.
I found him on Facebook because I was just so curious. Like, why didn't you, like, I had so many questions. Like, why didn't you want to be in my life all these years? Yeah. You know, like a girl, like a woman needs a father to, you know, like, you know, show her how a man is supposed to treat her.
Yeah, because the dad is like the first
man that you love. Yeah, it's true. And I didn't really get that, you know, because even my stepfather died when I was really young. Like, he passed away when I was in 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. So even from then, what
happened to him?
He was murdered in Puerto Rico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of his friends, I guess they robbed him and shot him and his friend. But, you know, I still go to Puerto Rico very often to visit my family and to, you know, visit my sisters and brothers that he had kids from previous relationships.
So are you close to them?
I'm very, very close to them. Yeah.
But I feel like you're really like a really like outgoing person, so like I feel like you would make friends with them like really easy.
Yeah, like, and when some of us are close in age, maybe like 1 to 2 years apart. Mm-hmm. So like when I go to Puerto Rico, like I'll go out with my sisters, like we'll go to the club, we'll go out on the town, you know, like they show me a good time. And it's funny because like they don't speak a lot of English, I don't speak a lot of Spanish.
Oh, bro.
So yeah, we usually like, and we go out like, I've been in Puerto Rico for like weeks at a time. So we'll go out and like we'll be talking to each other on like Google Translate because I'm not that good of a Spanish speaker. But, you know, I could survive if I'm in Puerto Rico. But, you know, like she's really fast when she talks. And I'm just like...
No, but I feel, well... I don't know, like, have you ever, like, tried to talk to the Cubans? Like, they talk so
Oh, my
fast.
God.
I can understand, like, a Puerto Rican talking Spanish.
Yeah.
But, like, a Cuban tells me...
They talk so fast. Like, you're like, wait.
Yeah,
like, I'm still learning.
What was the first thing you said?
I know, it's so funny. But, yeah, that's my little backstory. It was really hard, like, to try to, like, find groups of friends to hang out with because, like, I wasn't black enough for the black girls.
For real?
Even though I, like, stayed in the same neighborhood as them and, you know, like, rode the same bus.
Is it because their parents said, like, oh, you can't hang out with her because of that?
No, I don't think it was that. I just think that, you know, like, kids are very mean when they're younger, and I think kids are very just opinionated when they're young.
What would they say to you?
You know, oh, you're not black. Stop trying to be black. You know, because my mom was black, so I'm like a little light skinned girl, but she would do braids in my hair, or beads, or like, you know, the little ponytails. And,
I didn't even know like little girls like thought like that. I felt like everyone was
I got it all. No, fuck that. No, I had it so bad growing up because like I wasn't even trying to be somebody I wasn't, but they kept telling me that I'm trying to be somebody I wasn't, that I almost felt like I was trying to be somebody I wasn't.
Yeah,
like,
I
damn.
I feel like was the opposite, because like I grew up like very, very white. Like,
yeah.
Because like, I don't know. Like,
and they would like call you Oreo and shit.
Yeah, they would call me Oreo. They were like, oh, why you talk white? Why don't you talk black? And stuff like that.
So you wasn't hood enough for them and shit.
Exactly. And
that's how it was a little with me.
All my Hispanic friends always were like, oh, I'm more hood than you. I'm more black than you. And I'm like,
that's so annoying.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. I grew up like that, like my whole life. That's so annoying. I hate that.
I feel like they get meaner as they go older.
Yeah, it does get meaner. Even high school, it got a little worse too, you know. But middle school, I think, was like probably the worst, when I got like so much like criticism and all this just from, you know, just being who I was, or just looking how I looked. So
so you were trying to change like who you were, like?
I wasn't trying to change at all, you know. I was just like, fuck it, like if they don't like me, I'll fight who I gotta fight. I'll say what I gotta say, because I've just never been afraid of anyone, you know. Like when I grew up in a house with a lot of cousins. They used to talk a lot of shit. I heard every light-skinned joke you can imagine. So when I got to school, it wasn't nothing. It didn't really faze me so much, but it did, like, you know, I didn't have a lot of friends because of that. So I was like very like to myself.
Was your like self-esteem like a little hurt from it?
No, because my self-esteem wasn't too hurt, because like, you know, my sisters, they kind of went through the same thing. Because
are they light skin too?
Well, my sister, one of my sisters probably like a little lighter than you, so she's still like a light skin,
like a red bone.
Yeah, like she's still a red bone. And then I have a sister that's dark skinned, so we're literally the color of the rainbow. Like I'm white, I have a sister that's like red, and I have a sister that's black. But even it's them, like, you know, like
makeup, when you put makeup together, and it's like all the shades.
Right, it's the shades. But like even when they were growing up, they went through some of the same things I went through, because you know they're black and Puerto Rican, so they have like super fine hair, and you know when they were in school,
fine hair, like what do you mean, like thick?
No, it's fine. Like my sister's hair is not thick, but it's like super. It's kind of thin, but it's really, really curly. It's like she almost looks Indian.
Like
she doesn't even look Puerto Rican. No, it's not an afro. It's like
before afro, like a curly, like.
No, it's like how Spanish girls look with their hair really curly, but it's like even more kinky because she's black and Puerto Rican. But like she used to get a lot of, you know, hate too. But I just think that kids just, you know, they're misunderstood. They are ignorant. You know, they don't know a lot. They don't especially when I was younger. You know, like I don't know why being interracial was so like, oh my God, you know, but...
Yeah, like, I never realized until, like, I got older, but I was, like, the only black kid in most of my classes.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't realize that either. I didn't even realize I was so light-skinned until people kept saying, like, you white, like, you a white girl, you a white girl. I'm like, bro, like...
You ever say nigga?
Yeah, I say nigga sometimes, even in my music.
Do they get mad?
I've never had anybody step to me and be like, you can't say that, you know? And I feel like I shouldn't say it sometimes too, because I'm like, damn, like you know, it's not a very kind word to use, but just like bitch and hoe.
Yeah, like you didn't say.
Yeah, I do try to like tone myself down, like in my music. I try not to cuss at all, because I just wanted to reach
like a wider audience.
Yeah, wider audience, and I feel like, you know, when I'm cussing, it restricts me from saying what I really want to say, and so I try not to cuss that much, but you know, like. I definitely don't use nigga in like a derogatory way. Like I use it, you know, like my nigga, or you know, like damn nigga, like you know, like stuff like that. But I never got a problem with that at all. I never got a problem with saying that word. I've heard Hispanic people, white people say that word, and I'm just like, you know, I feel like this generation, like the new millennials, like us, I don't feel like it's so
like right below us.
You think? I think I'm still in that category. I don't want to push myself out that category.
Nah, because people be so sensitive. They be like, "Oh, you can't say that. Oh, this and that."
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird time right now in America.
Are you
so
woke?
I'm definitely woke. I definitely would love to say that I'm woke, because I'm not closed-minded. Even with this music, I don't listen to a lot of music. Like I listen to beats. I listen to my music. And I just listen to anything that I think is good, like, and I don't listen to that on a regular basis. Like, I work in the club, so I hear music all day.
That's how you know that Drake song there.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, come on, Khaled is like popping right now.
I know,
like,
but
you know what song I'm talking about.
I probably know it. I just need to hear it so I remember it. Like,
fuck me for free. Dun, 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 dun.
No. I got it. I'm telling you, I have to get it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send it to you when we leave this interview.
Yeah,
but
so I can remember it.
Yeah, it's one of Khaled's like big hits.
What's like your favorite song that comes on in the club?
Cardi B right now. Yeah, I love Cardi B. She's such an underdog story. It's so good. And
did you watch her Instagram like videos before?
Yeah, I did. When I first saw her on Instagram, I was like, dang, she's wildin'. Like, you know, she be talking about sucking dick on the gram.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Hoes never get cold.
Yeah, she be going in. And, you know, like, she's definitely winning, though. Like, when I first started seeing her on Instagram, I liked her, so I followed her. And then when I saw her on Love and Hip Hop and how she was, like, trying to do the music shit, you know, I support anybody doing music because anybody can rap, but everybody doesn't do it because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but anybody could do it, you know?
I feel like rap is good to know what you want to do because you're like, oh, I'm going to be a rapper. And then like, oh, I need someone to make this art cover. You know, let me try to do it. And then you're like, oh, shit, I'm good at that. Maybe I'm going to do that. Or like, I need someone to do a video. Oh, shit, I'm good at making videos. Or like, you know, or like, oh, I need to promote this. Oh, shit, I'm good at promoting.
Right.
Like,
you definitely have to connect with people, and that's why I was telling you about the music conferences because there's a lot coming up within these next couple of weeks, and I've been to them before, and I would say like the biggest thing that I've learned from them is not to like be pressed to go in front of like these huge people like the moguls, you know, because they have like some huge people that go and talk on the panels, and I realized that after each panel, everybody would run to them and be like, "Listen to my music. Here's my tape. Here's my mixtape." Da da. You know, like, and it's just like that's not the people you want to get in front of. The people you want to get in front of is the people that are like you, the people that are in the crowd, the people you can work with for the free, that'll do it for the love because they want to get on. And it's like if you collab with them, it takes you to higher places. You know, like, and it's not even about the money right now because, you know, like right now I'll do a feature with someone. I'm not going to charge them because I'm not established as an artist yet, but I wouldn't charge them. I would do it off the love of the music, off the strength of our relationship.
So want to make a song?
Yeah,
just gonna reach people?
Right, just to be creative and to get something out into the world, you know. And if it does blow up, that's off of, you know,
that's good for both of you guys.
Right, it's good for both of us. And that trickles all the way down to the producer, the photographer, the artwork, you know,
you're employing all these people.
Right, and everybody gets a cut. And that's what I like about the music industry is because everybody can eat. Like, everybody can eat. And I'm not the type of person that be like, oh, you produced my song, I ain't giving you no credit. I ain't giving you no credit for writing my song. I'm the type of person that be like, you know, damn, I remember you helped me out. You gave me a ride to the studio that day. Nigga, I'm gonna break you off.
You're
like
gonna make a tag. Like you're gonna make your own tag for the beat. Like I'm putting my own.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I'm not that type of person. So I would just, you know, I show love. So even if it's breaking the nigga off that took me to the studio, or breaking the nigga off that's studio, you know, it is that just let us record there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I definitely do feel like, you know, you got to network with the people that are like you. You don't got to run to the moguls and run to the people that are already established.
Because, like, you don't know what, like, you want to say to them. Like, because, like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, wait, why are you talking to me? You should be talking to them. Like, sometimes actually.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, the good thing about these conferences is it puts you in that place where it's okay. It's okay to, like, network and talk. If you're not doing that, what are you doing there? You know? Because it's a conference, you know, that's what it's meant for. And that's why, like, this conference, I'm really going to be in people's faces like, hi, you know, I'm Monvlisa.
You have business cards?
I have business cards. I have stickers. I'm going to give you a few when we leave. Last year, I had these, like, slap band wristbands. I have one with me. Yeah, they're like a USB. Yeah, it's a USB, but it's a slap band. So like
when you go like this, it closes?
Right. So I was giving it to a lot of like the major, like Beyonce's father, who's her manager, DJ, anybody that was there. There was a lot of DJs, DJ Envy. It was so many huge DJs there that I was trying to get my music out to.
Yeah, the Breakfast Club is part of Revolt.
So many people.
Where is it at again?
It's in Miami. It's at I want to say it's at the Eden Rock Hotel this year again. It used to be at the Fontainebleau, but for the last 2 years, it's been at the Eden Rock.
How much is it to like get in?
It's expensive, like $1,400 for a VIP ticket. And but I bought the student ticket last year, which was like $400. And, you know, it took me places. Like, you know, I auditioned for the Be Heard section of Revolt, which was where you were able to perform in front of, like, you know, the moguls, Andre Harrell, who started Revolt, which, you know what Revolt is, right? It's like a new television, like MTV or VH1.
Yeah. Do they play strictly like music videos?
Yeah, they play EDM and hip-hop. So they play all of those, and it's really dope.
I'm making sure like your head wasn't cut off.
Yeah, okay.
you're like perfectly like right there.
Good. I need to like do it a little more because you know, light-skinned girls got big foreheads. So
is that true?
Yeah, it is true.
No, you look like you have like an average size forehead.
I have a really big forehead. That's why when people compliment me, I'm like, stop before you make my head bigger, because you know. I think
your eyebrows like and like they make it not.
Yeah, well, good.
Like on fleek.
Good, thanks. I try.
I know girls who have like 6 heads and stuff.
Oh God, no! I measure mine. Mine's just a good 5. It's a good 5.
They be looking like Frieza, like 3rd form feet.
No, stop! We're not gonna do that.
I love big forehead.
You know, big forehead gang.
So like, tell me about like the first time you ever recorded something.
Oh my God, it's so crazy because I feel like the universe works with me. And the first time I recorded, I used to be like, you know, just walking on South Beach, 18, 19, trying to get into clubs and stuff like that. But, you know, I was still heavy into the music.
They weren't letting you?
Yeah, of course. Hello. Miami spoils me. If you're pretty, they'll let you in the club. Like, yeah. And I shouldn't be saying this on camera, but, you know, like, I was really young getting into Live and getting into Story and Dream and stuff.
You go by yourself, too?
I would go with friends, you know, girlfriends of mine. We're still all young, but, you know.
Do you meet anyone, like famous in there?
Are you kidding? I met so many famous people. But I don't even like to like be in their face, like take a picture with me. So I guess like
you like to be with the people like me, like yo.
Yeah, I like to be in the crowd. Maybe some paparazzi will catch some pictures of us, and like that'll go on the internet. But I never like are in their face unless I know them on a personal level. I'll take pictures and videos with them. But if I don't like to like.
How do you know them? Like how do you not know them on a personal level? Like how do you?
Because
know them?
You know, like when you're like. Okay, like for females at least, like when you're pretty, you know, some of the guys are just like, oh, come in our section, come drink, you know, like. So sometimes, like, even like the Migos, I didn't know the Migos at all. Like, I still don't know them. I've never hung with them on a personal level, but I partied with them in the club, and like they wouldn't, like, even if they walked in here today, they wouldn't probably know because, you know, they have like 20 bitches at a time at their table, but, you know, like. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I've never like taken a picture with them or done anything with them because I'm like, I don't know them like that.
But some girls like that's how they get put on. Like, you know, Kaden Garcia. Mm-hmm. She was like a girl in the club too, and she was always like being with all the rappers and stuff. And then like she eventually landed on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know. I just don't do that because like, not saying that she wants the fame, but I don't like. I'm not pressed for the fame part. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, let me take a picture with you because I know it's going to give me a lot of followers. Yeah. Like, I'd rather get my followers organically. Like, I'd rather them really fuck with my music or really fuck with me.
Yeah, I was asking you that question at the beginning because you have a song called Famous.
Yeah, so I do. That song Famous is because, you know, like, at that time when I was recording that, there was, like, we had the largest lottery pot that, like, it was, like, breaking records. Like, it was, like, pot? Yeah, it was, like, 3-point-something billion.
Oh, the lottery.
Yeah, the lottery.
Are they talking about something else?
No, it was like a huge number that was in the lottery at that time, and I'm like, damn.
900 million, right, or 700 million?
I don't know. I don't know how much it was. I forget, but it was a lot. And everybody that I had a conversation with about the lottery was like, "This is what I would do, and this is what I would do." So I was like, I made the song Famous because most of the people.
Have a song called Lottery?
No.
You don't? Because I'm like in my head, I'm like visualizing your SoundCloud. I'm like,
wait. Now I have a song called Shade. Do It Lil Mama.
I like that song too.
Yeah, but Famous was definitely just for all the artists that just dream of being famous because I've dreamed of being famous. You know, obviously the music comes with that.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be famous. A lot of people say, I'd rather be rich than famous.
Yeah, I mean, I want the fame because it gives me the platform that I want. And, you
But
know, I want the
nowadays-
money because I can be comfortable.
Nowadays, being famous gets you rich. So
Yeah, true, it does.
So when you're everywhere, like, you know, people want to throw money at you.
Right, and when you're famous on Instagram and stuff, they'll pay you to do ads and shit like that. But yeah, I definitely made that song for all the artists and people, you know, on Instagram that are aspiring to be famous or aspiring to just have it all. Because in the song "Famous," like, I don't mention just being famous. I'm like, you know, I want. Yeah, in the song "Famous," I don't just mention being famous. I want it all. Like, I want, you know, the money, the cars, the clothes, you know, like, I want it all. I don't want to just be famous. I want the houses. I want the
lifestyle.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, and I want it for me and for my loved ones, you know? So that's what that song is about. And it was fun recording that song because, like, it wasn't like, oh my God, I can't say this. I don't have that. I'm like, fuck it. I'm saying whatever I want. Like, I'm saying what I want to have. Like, I want a 12-car garage.
Yeah.
You know, I want...
You want the big house.
Yeah, I want the big house. And fuck it. I'll live next door to Donald Trump and stun on his ass. And I'll have... Yeah, like, I'll have the whole hood over there throwing a party and getting mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want, you know, to fly across the country.
I'll fuck that music video.
Yeah, you see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really like that song for those reasons.
What's something that you would buy that's like something that no one know, like, you know, not like, you know, something regular, like even if it's like $1, like $200 or something.
Yeah, what would I buy?
Yeah, like something that you really want.
I would buy land. Yeah, I would just buy like huge amounts of land so that I could build whatever I want on it, or, you know, even have a little farm.
Have you ever like dreamed about living on a farm?
My best friend, she wants to live on a farm, and she like throws all these dreams at me all the time about farms. And I'm just like, I don't know if I could live on a farm, but I see the benefits of living on a farm. Like, she's super organic and vegan, and I'm not there yet.
I can smell a farm.
Yeah, seriously. Like, she's super organic and vegan. So she's like on this tip where she's like, oh my God, everything can be organic on our farm. Everything can, you know, be produced by us. So I'm like, I feel her, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready.
It's a lot of work. That's more work than the rap game.
Yeah, word. It's a lot of work to live on a farm.
I've thought about that too. I've thought about like growing my own food because like I see like, you know, people like they're like, oh, these GMOs and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, they're all
even this Whole Foods food. I feel like they just stamp that on there to like sell it, but it's still the same.
Like nothing's like, even the vegetables are like, oh, they're putting like injecting the vegetables.
Right. Have you seen the movie What Happened to Monday?
No.
Oh my God, it's on Netflix. You have to watch it.
What is it about?
It's basically about like world population and how like the world is so large now. Like, they only limited one child per household, and like since the world is so large,
Isn't that in China?
I don't know if they still do that in China. I know they used to do it, but yeah, now it's like only one child per household. I mean, on the movie, it's only one child per household, and like the world population has gotten so large that they literally have to genetically modify all our foods, because since the world population is so large,
everyone's eating everything.
Yeah, and it just makes the earth hotter because of our bodies and stuff, and it's like the climate change fucked it up, and then like the earth basically gave up on itself, stopped wielding fruit and vegetables.
I don't agree with that.
But I mean, this is in the movie.
Oh no, no, because like that. Because the thing is, like, if you were to put like all the humans, like everyone, in one place, we would only fill up like in like New York.
No, I don't think so. Like, there's a lot of physical bodies.
No,
like,
but like,
you know.
like even if you put up like every single person that's ever been alive, it only fit like not even the whole state of Rhode Island.
I don't think that's true. First of all,
there's a lot of land.
Yeah, but the United States couldn't even fit in the whole Rhode Island.
Well, because everyone's like spread out, you know?
Yeah, but still, like, there's so many people. Like, I feel like maybe everyone can fit in probably North America itself. But
I saw that in like a documentary.
But it's places on Earth where we physically can't live, like Antarctica, and it's like climates where we can't live, or like in the desert.
There's only 4 people that live in Antarctica.
Yeah, and they're like researchers.
I feel like every single like YouTube video I've ever watched is like coming out right now in this interview.
Really?
Yeah, because I watch like a lot of random like science YouTube videos. Like, I just be on YouTube like watching whatever is like interesting. I'm like, oh, what is that? So I click on it and I learn something random. I'm like, oh,
I like learning random stuff too.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah.
It's like picking, like that's why I do interviews too, because I like pick people's brains.
Right. Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
So tell me how it is like being a female artist in the rap game. What's your experience?
Well, it's hard to differentiate when I'm trying to like connect with people like DJs and things like that, or even other artists. Like, you know, I encounter a lot of major artists, and when I try to come up to them, like I try my best to not look like a groupie, but like, you know, like I have...
Is that your phone?
No, my phone's right here. I think that's your laptop.
Yeah, let me close it. Oh, can you close it?
Okay. So, like I've encountered a lot of people that are in the, like, that are huge, like even like major artists. I don't want to mention any names because they kind of like were like a little rude to me, and they like treated me like a groupie as if I was just there strictly to suck their dick. And you know, like I would be trying to network on some shit like, oh hi, I'm an artist, you know, yeah, but you know, as soon as I come up to them, they kind of brush me off like I'm a groupie or whatever, or like I'm there to, you know, like do something else. I don't know.
Do you look like a groupie, or are you just like something?
I mean, I don't know what a groupie is supposed to look like. I guess just any woman that looks good, has, you know, like, I guess that's pretty, you know, any female that's like approaching them like that, they're like, oh nah, like not like nah, like don't come up to me, because they let me come up, but they won't talk to me on no business shit. Like when I really try to talk to them, you know, it's like they don't hear none of that. Sometimes they be drugged up, high, you know, and they be like in the wrong environments, but those are the environments that I see them in, you know,
yeah,
like the club.
Because like if they're in like a boardroom, you're not going to be there.
Right, I'm not going to be there, right. So when I do, you know, approach them, which I don't often because I don't like to, because I don't like the reaction I've gotten from a lot of them. But, you know, like sometimes I'll just slide them some music on a USB, or I'll slide them, you know, a business card, you know, but it's hard to be a female artist. Was
that before you started like networking with the people in the crowd rather than the artists?
Well, that's just period. Like even now, if I was to go to the club tonight and I saw Lil Wayne, you know, like I shouldn't even say any names, but if I saw artists, period, you know, and I tried to like go up to them, it would be on some, you know, like they would be on some shit first, like, damn, you gonna come back to the crib, you gonna come back to the condo, like, you know. And it's just like, damn, like, I would love to come back, but I would love to, like, you know, get in the studio with you, or, you know, talk about some business with you.
Yeah.
But I feel like guys find that hard to differentiate, especially with everyone wanting to be an artist these days. It's like, who do you take seriously?
No, when they see a pretty face and they're like, oh, you know what, this is what I want.
Yeah, it's true. And I've even gotten a lot of, like, rude things. Like, I remember the first time I met Noriega, I told him that I'm an artist.
You don't want to say names.
Yeah, well, fuck it. Like, he was rude. But the first time I saw him or whatever, he's like, oh, you an artist? Turn around. Like, turn around? What does that have to do with me being an artist, my nigga? I have to have a fat ass.
Saying to go, oh.
Like, to spin around so he could check me out.
Oh, I thought he was saying to leave.
No. He was telling me to spin around, like, to check me out, to see, like, I guess if I had a fat ass and this and that. And I'm just like, what does that mean? Like, oh, you gotta look the part. Nah, nigga, you haven't even heard me. You don't know if I'm fire as fuck.
Would you say that to Beyonce?
Yeah, like, would you say that to anybody? Like, I'm pretty sure he's out here saying it to people clearly because he said it to me. But, you know, that's the shit I have to deal with as a female, like, in the industry. Like, especially recording with different producers that have different intentions, you know, like, they'll be like, oh, yeah, like, you know, and that's why I don't like working for free. I don't like doing no shit for free. Like, if I'm going to the studio and recording music, I would rather just pay for the studio time, pay for the mixing. Because, you know, when you don't, niggas feel like you owe them something. Like, okay, so we done with the song. You want to go back to the crib? And I'm like, go back to the crib for what? You know?
We already did it.
Yeah. So that's why, like, it's a lot of avoiding things like that. And I like to, you know, kind of like take my brother with me, or my older cousin who's a guy, or just any guy. Like, I'll be like, hey, you want to meet me at the studio? So it's just like...
Do they ever think, like, any intentions?
What?
Like, the guys that you hit up, like, oh...
No, because the guys that are close with me, they know what's up. Like, you know, and a lot of the guys... Like, I have some good people in my circle, don't get me wrong. So, if I do hit up someone to come with me, they know what's up. They make sure that, you know, that they speak their mind. If they hear some funny shit, you know, like, they know. So.
What about your day-to-day life? Like, how's that?
My day-to-day life it's good. I mean, I do music every day. I write songs every day. I have like a little studio set up in my crib.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
you learn how to like mix and master and everything?
I don't know how to mix and master. I could just record myself and stop it and like take whatever I don't want out and put what I want. But, you know, I'll send the vocals over to my producer or over to my engineer who will, you know, fix it for me.
Yeah.
Or even just to get an idea.
What do you use to record it?
I use Pro Tools and I use Logic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to Pro Tools. I use Logic.
Yeah, I use Logic because it's on my older laptop and that's the one I'm most comfortable with. But on my new laptop, I have Pro Tools and like I'm not very familiar with. I'm still like learning it, but I know that's what they use in the studio. So when I like take my sessions and like take it back home, I like open it up in Pro Tools. Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta like be versatile with it. And just like, you don't have to learn all of them, but everyone has to learn Pro Tools.
Right, exactly.
It's like kind of like English. Like you don't have to know.
Yeah,
every
true.
language, but
it's
true.
But yeah, I definitely like my everyday life. Like I just try to just take one step at a time. I'm really organized, so I have like my dream board at home. I have my dream. Really? Yeah, I have what's my goals. My dream board. Oh my god. I have like little things, cars, clothes, houses. I have everything that I dream of having, you know, different things like.
What kind of clothes do you like wearing? What are you wearing right now?
I like wearing brands that my friends make or anything I can support that, you know, like. Since I have like 7,000 followers, I'm trying to reach out to people so that they can see what my people got too. Like this is my friend's man's clothing brand. It's called Rich and Rotten, and it's out in LA. And I bought a bunch of pieces. I went to the store and I actually like bought a bunch of pieces because I really wanted to support. And like I do that with anything. Like I have a friend Kiani. He paints. He has these shirts. Eat the Rich. I wear those all the time. You know, anybody that I can support, I'm down. Like, it's important for me because I feel like if I have the platform, I should do it for other people. You know,
because you know we can.
Especially with people I literally support and you know see every day, and you know, like it's like why not?
Because then, do they support you as well?
Yeah, they support me definitely. Like, I wouldn't probably still be doing this if the people that didn't support me wasn't supporting me. Like, I would be so lost.
Not for you.
Yeah.
What about like what's your day-to-day routine? Like what do you wake up in the morning thinking about?
I wake up and I drink some tea.
Oh, they didn't say anything. Right,
no, are you kidding? No.
I don't know. You never know. Like some people.
No, I don't get up and drink liquor. I get up. I drink some tea because I love tea. It's usually green tea with honey.
Not.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I usually get up and drink green tea.
Are they gonna say jasmine tea?
No, what is that? Oh, jasmine tea. No. I've had jasmine tea. I have a lot of different teas in my house because I'm super into teas. But I usually drink green tea in the morning with some honey and lemon.
You said honey. I thought you said henny.
No, honey.
I literally thought you said henny. I was like,
why do you want me to drink so bad in the morning? No.
Because I was like, oh, you drink like.
No. Yeah, I drink it with honey, and then usually like I'll watch The Breakfast Club in the morning on Revo. I like that. So like while I get ready, it comes on at 6 a.m. and I try to like watch it when it airs live.
I watch it on YouTube. No, I watch
No, you're the worst. I like watching it when it's live because
really?
I feel like I get all the raw stuff before they edit it.
Not because I gotta find time to watch it.
Yeah, well, it comes on at 6 in the morning, so usually I get up like 6:45, 7 o'clock, and I'll just like rewind it till 6 and fast forward it so I'm on time with it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I try to get up at 6 to watch it. But yeah, I like watching it. They talk a lot of politics, a lot of hip hop.
Is there anyone in there that like whose interview like you really liked?
Like
you actually felt something like after the interview?
There's been a lot of interviews that I watched where it's like super beneficial to me. I can't name one right now.
Isn't it crazy how like, because there's like people that they interview and you're like, oh, you know, they probably don't know anything, like you know, like because like you're like, oh, I needed to get into music, but then he's like they're interviewing like a sex like therapists or something.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna learn from them? Like,
Yeah.
Like, click
I
like,
still learn a lot from them.
Yeah, you hear a bunch of stuff and like, oh shit, you know, I didn't know that. And then
it's true.
You can apply all that stuff to your life.
I do. I like I said before, I'm like a sponge. So even when I'm in the studio and I'm like watching the engineer like produce music and stuff, I'm like, okay, like what's that? Like I'm sure they get annoyed with me, but you know, it's my music, it's my baby, it's my masterpiece. Like it has to be right, and I have to know what the fuck's going on. Like,
so do you feel like you're easily influenced?
No, because I'm not influenced like by, you know, what goes on in the world. Like, I mean, I am. No, I mean, like what goes on in the world, but
because I feel like, well, I'm the same way as that, you know, like I'm a sponge. Like I spend all my time watching interviews, videos, stuff like that, just like soaking up information, right?
Yeah.
But so a lot of people tell me like, oh, you know, like when you do that, you like, because you're changing your mindset, because you know how like the brain is like plastic, so it's like you're changing the plasticity of your brain. So like you're taking all this information and then you're applying what, you know, you learned there, and then that's who you're becoming.
Yeah, true.
Because I feel like I've definitely changed. Like the person I used to be like 2-3 years ago, before I started watching all these videos, like I'm definitely a different person.
Yeah. I mean, you do change. I don't think change is a bad thing, you know?
Yeah.
I like to watch different things and learn. I watch a lot of like YouTube tutorials because I like to just learn to do new things. Even if it's learning to work Pro Tools and Logic, I go on YouTube. Like
I do that to go to sleep.
Okay.
It'd be so boring.
No, don't say that. That's how I hooked up the whole studio session in my room, was based off of YouTube videos and how to plug it up.
You must have a really good attention span, because
I do have a good attention span.
Nah, them shits be so boring. They'd be like 40 minutes.
Well, I'm a woman. I can multitask. I can literally watch a tutorial video and be like cooking at the same time.
No, but like if it's like how to produce and beat stuff like that, like I cannot, because you gotta watch them, and like they always be doing like, okay, we're gonna go do this. And it's like, oh my god.
I know. I usually like fast forward and stuff, but
yeah, I watch everything at 2 times speed.
Yeah.
Like
wow.
Yeah, like I would, like if I wasn't the one doing this interview, I was watching it, I would be hearing this going.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You don't like that? I do that. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, if it starts to get boring to me, I'll do that. But if it's interesting, I won't do that.
And I do that because like it cuts an hour interview into like 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah,
so I can watch 2 interviews in the time where I can watch one. You know.
Yeah, true. Just like they'll probably like skip over this part and go to the next part where you're talking about, hey, you got a man, you know, like. But whatever.
Oh, is that a question I should ask?
No. No.
No, then no.
Music is my man. I'm married to the game.
That was your baby. Oh, well.
Music is everything, you know? So, that's my baby. That's my man. It's everything.
Yeah, I feel you. So, what's like, well, let me see. How long is this been? Oh, damn. It didn't even feel like an hour. So,
it didn't.
Like, what's something that you want to like touch up on?
Well, I want to touch up on like some of the new shit I have coming out, my new like, you know, like basically how I'm connected, you know, in the music industry and stuff, because I work a lot with like Trina.
Really?
Me and her share the same manager. She's really close to me. Like she's such a doll. Like she's such a sweetheart. She supports me, and like I forever love her for that, you know. And I learned so much from her. Like she's just so dope.
Were you ever in any of her videos?
Yeah, I was in one of her videos. And you know, like we've been working on some music. It's not released yet, but you know, hopefully it'll be released soon. But yeah, we share the same management, so it's like we're kind of like in the same family.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's not like we're like very close friends, because I haven't known her that long, to be honest. So I wouldn't say like, oh my god, like she's my best friend, you know. But she's definitely like, I went on tour with her and she's let me like open up for her. Yeah, like, and she's gave me some really good advice, and you know,
she's been in the game forever.
Yeah, she's been in the game for a long time, and for her to, you know, kind of like support me and just give me so much advice from like one of the only women that came from Miami and like really blew up off this hip hop shit. Like I really value her opinion and value her friendship. So, you know, like, and she's super open. Like, I could hit her up anytime, you know, like, she's really open. And she's about to do, like, Love and Hip Hop Miami was about to be large. Like, it's about to be so huge.
I'm trying to get on that thing.
Yeah. Trying to get that check, too. But, like, everyone on my team is pretty much on the show. Like, it's so crazy. Everyone who's under my management is on the show. So it's like, you know, like, it's really good for them. I've recorded like a few like segments for the show. I'm not sure if they'll use it.
Oh, you did have a cameo.
Yeah, I had some cameos, but they don't use everything, so I don't know if they're gonna use it. But I've definitely signed the paperwork and everything.
Sure they go around like all day like filming. And
they film a lot of stuff, so there's no guarantee that my little 15 seconds will be included. But I'm just grateful for the opportunities I did get to record my little things, because I felt like if I was my younger self looking at my older self in my life right now, I would be like,
yo, isn't that crazy though? Because like all the people I used to listen to when I was like growing up, I know all of them.
Yeah, it's so crazy, right?
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, I used to like, and it's like I meet them and I'm like, yo, I fuck with you so heavy.
Yeah, like you don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. Like, especially with Trina, like my sisters.
Like she sounds like she was like everything that you thought she would be. Right?
Yeah, because when I was growing up, I wasn't even really allowed to listen to Trina. Like
really?
She was very raunchy, and my mom, she wasn't with that. But I had two older sisters that were 7 years older than me. And so I would sneak and listen to their CDs in my CD player or download it off LimeWire,
with the this recording.
Right. Like I would always do that, and that's how I would listen to her anyway. And even my sisters, they grew up on her so heavy, and now they see me like out with her. They're like, oh my God, yo, like we can't even believe that you're like chilling with her like that. Like,
yeah, right.
And I don't even try to be boastful, because like I don't put up a lot that we be even together. But, I'm just really thankful that she supports me, because I would, like, who else?
That, like, grew up listening to them and then...
Right, like, or that's in my same circumstance, kind of, like, that wants to be a female rapper. Like, I feel like who else would be better from my city to be like, okay, you good, like, I got you, And even for her to be like, okay, come to my shows, open up for me, like... That's huge, because her fans are now becoming my fans just off the strength of her, off the strength of her being like, this is Monvlisa.
Yeah, it's more, not just more exposure, but like you're like building something with her as well.
Yeah, definitely. And she has like a lot of great things she's doing right now. She's about to put an album out, so I think that's all great for her and for me as well, because she supports me. So it's like, it's only good. It's only good for her.
Do you like working with, like, who do you prefer better, working with female artists or male artists?
Male artists are weird. Female artists, I could kind of relate to them better, just because I feel like I could communicate with them better. But sometimes the males, it's really hard for me to communicate, because I don't want to be a bitch. Like, when I'm talking to a female, like, even I've recorded with a female engineer before, and it was way better than recording with a guy, because I'd be like, I don't like that, go back. He'd be like, yo, da-da-da, whatever. Like, he'll say some shit, I'm mad sensitive, and I'll get in my feelings.
With the pictures?
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, I feel like a female photographer would know, like, okay, girl, let's take another one. Like,
like I know, because I take a lot of pictures.
Yeah. But, like, guys are just different. Like, I feel like I can communicate with a woman better, and I just work better with women. But, guys, I kind of, like, have to... Yeah, guys, I kind of, like, gotta walk on the eggshells a little bit, because you guys are sensitive, too, whether you like to say it or not. And I've dealt with a lot of sensitivity in the industry.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. Like, a lot. And, it's harder for me to connect with a guy, because I'm, like, I'm trying to understand, but it's, like, I really don't understand. So, and then the whole part of them,
that's why guys, like, it's important.
Thinking with their other head, that becomes a problem, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nah, guys gotta work with females a lot more so that they can, like... I mean, there's not, like... I feel like there's a lot more now, especially because of Cardi B. Like, more girls want to, like, come out.
Yeah.
But there was, like... Because, like, when I was coming up, there was, like, so many, like, girl rappers. And they were definitely not getting taken serious.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like they're like taking it a lot more serious.
Yeah, I do think females are being taken more seriously. I mean, if we really realize, like, females have a lot of power. And
girl power?
Yeah, we have a lot of girl power. So, like, if we really helped each other out and worked together, like, I feel like there would be more, female artists because, it's like crabs in a bucket with females, know? It's always been like that. It has to be really one at the top at a time. It's really annoying.
Cutthroat.
Yeah, it's really cutthroat. So I feel like, guys, like, it could be like 17 hot male rappers at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the billboard and shit. And then females, it's like only one. And it sucks because it's like, damn, why is it like that? Like, why can't 17 of us be up there, Which it can. Like, and I feel like that door is opening wider and wider. The more females start to break through.
Like, even with singers. Even with singers, like the singers, there's like a couple like female singers and like a lot of guy singers.
Yeah, it's true.
What about that's how you know this. I don't know if like, you don't mind it like being so long.
No.
Alright. So how do you feel about like the scene down here, like about
the music scene?
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right. So when I just like, cause I just came back from LA. So when I was in LA, I was like, damn, yo, I can't believe that they're showing so much love. Like, I didn't know some of these dudes at all. In LA. And one of my dudes from Miami, his name is Buck. He's a rapper. His name is J Buck. And he's really good out there in Cali. So he hooked me up with some people that were, good people. And I recorded with them. And they were just like, creating. It wasn't like, all right, we're going to do this studio session for this amount of money and this amount of time. Like, it was like, all right, we're going to create.
What ideas you guys got?
We were just sharing ideas. We were just creating. And we even like created beats and shared things together. And then, like, at the end, it wasn't like, all right, this is the receipt. It was like, all right, can you like bring me up, whatever. And I didn't have a problem at all because it's like, like, I love that, like, I like that connection. Here in Miami, it's like so business with people that aren't even business. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, bro, like, you're my homie. I've been going to elementary school, middle school, and high school with you, and you still asking me to pay $75 an hour, like some crazy bullshit. Like, come on, bro. Like, but
well, the way I feel about it is that because I'm really against like selling things to family or like having family in your business because they will like take away from you. Because they're like, a family is obstacles in business, like whether like, no matter how you see it, like, because they're gonna ask for free stuff. They're gonna take your, like, let's say you spend like $200 on my shirts. They're gonna be like, yo, let me get a shirt, let me get a shirt. You're gonna waste that whole $200 giving away free shirts. It's like, you're not gonna make anything.
Yeah, and that's different. That's family. Like, I'm talking about people that, that you're just friends with.
Yeah, like people that you're friends with and stuff. Everyone, like, like, let's say you gotta like do a show. I don't know if you like do a lot of shows where you have to sell tickets, but like if you have to sell tickets, you're like, yo, I gotta sell 40 tickets to like get this show. Buy a ticket, like, oh, let me get in for free.
Yeah.
So then
that becomes a problem, I feel like, with anybody, but there's a lot of good people in this world that will support you, like how I went and bought, a bunch of my friends' clothes.
Yeah, I feel like you're a very supportive person.
Yeah, like, you gotta be, because, like, just like I said, when you give that out to the universe, it comes to you in return. Like, it may not come, when you want it, but it'll come back.
Yeah. And
I really feel like super confident in that because it's true, and even if people don't like support me like that, like, I'm still gonna do it regardless, because if it's not from you, it's gonna be from somebody else. It might be from somebody that I don't know at all. Like, I have a lot of supporters on Instagram. I don't know them at all. Like, from Jamaica, I have like a little following in Jamaica. I don't know why, but yeah, they support me heavy, and I don't know them. And they'll like repost my songs, and like, it's good, but I don't know them at all, and it's like people I've been friends with won't do that one time.
Yeah, you gotta pop up somewhere else to get pop up.
Right, but I do feel like in Cali it was a lot more love than in Miami, because even if somebody knows I've done music for a long time, it wouldn't be like, okay, let's do it to be creative, or let's do it off the love. It's like, let's do it and I'm about to get this check and I'm about to just press these buttons because you're paying me. Like, it's not like really no like if you don't
like, fucking with you,
right, like if you don't like the song as much as I love the song, you're not gonna put the same work ethic into it as I put into it. So I'm not gonna be in the studio going super super hard and you out there pressing buttons like
that was clean. Go again.
Yeah, like I like somebody that's in it just as much like, oh yeah, yo, that line was hard. Hey, let's do this over, but let's do it like this. Like I like that. Like I like creating. I don't like getting in there and just working. Like because that's not what music is for me. Music is not my work because I don't get paid for it yet. Like I get paid for some of the music that I do. Like I write songs for commercials and jingles, and I get paid off of that. But you know, I don't have to be super creative. They tell me what they want me to say, and I write a song to it. Like they'll be like, okay, this shampoo is good for this. It has no GMOs. It has this. It has that. So that's a song I write about, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, but when it's my own music and I have to be creative, I want somebody that's gonna be creative with me. I don't want somebody that's just gonna press buttons.
Yeah, to help the process instead of just
exactly.
Like, giving you receipts.
That's why a lot of producers I don't work with them, or engineers, like I don't work with them because I don't feel like they support me. So I'm not gonna work with somebody that I feel like don't support me. I'm gonna work with somebody that I feel like will create with me and not just sit there and press buttons.
Yeah, of course. Do you feel like you would want a man that's like in the industry or like not doing something different?
I used to want an athlete, you know, like, because I used to be super into sports. Now I do not watch football, I do not watch basketball, like, I do not watch it. But
did you play any sports?
I used to play sports. I used to play ball. I used to run track.
Oh, you said you used to play
basketball. But I wasn't, like, that wasn't my passion. I wasn't even that good. I just did it because it was fun. I'm competitive. And it just kept me in shape in middle school and high school. Like, I've always been really lean, really nice body. And I feel like it was because I've always been so active. So, I just did it for the fun, for the competitiveness of it.
But yeah, and about the, like, because a lot of times, like, artists, they get with someone that's not doing the same thing as them, so their values are like different.
Yeah, so I've been there, done that.
Really?
Yeah, I've had guys I've dealt with that are not in the music industry, and they just can't understand. Oh, you go to the studio at 11 o'clock at night? I'm like, yeah, but that's the time my session is, and like, damn, what y'all about to be doing over there? Like, like, it's really, and the things people see on TV and Love and Hip Hop is getting fucked in the studio. Like, it looks crazy. But even my mom is like, I don't trust you that late in the studio. Like, I'm like,
my mom would say someone get shot at the shows.
Like it's some crazy bullshit that happens. But like, I'm smart. I'm really smart, and I'm not like no dummy. I'm not about to be out here letting people use me or take advantage of me. So I just have to, people gotta trust me. And the reason I don't have a boyfriend now is because I'm at a stage in my life where I'm just like super selfish, and I don't feel like it's wrong for me.
I thought you weren't selfish.
In a stage in my life where I just want to focus on my music, like I'm selfish with that. Like I'm selfish to the point where I wanna take this time to work on me before I bring somebody else into my life and have to work on them and me. Because when I'm in a relationship, I put like a lot of effort and a lot of like support to my significant other that like I don't want to take that away from myself. Like I need that time for myself right now. Like in the future I plan on getting married with kids, but I don't see that right now happening for me.
You just want to like live out your dreams?
Yeah, I do. I want to be successful. It's like super important for me.
I don't know, I feel like what I've always seen is like having like someone else, like being with someone that also wants to be an artist, because then they'll understand like why I do what I do.
Yeah, true.
Because then they'll understand like, oh, you got to do this because like
I try to talk to artists, but I don't know. I don't really. Artists are weird, They're like weirdos. I'm a weirdo, but I don't know if I would like talk to artists. I like the regular.
What's like the weirdest thing about you?
The weirdest thing is that sometimes I like talk to myself. I'll be like, no, don't do that. Like,
you're one of those?
Yeah, like I'll talk to myself low key. Like even when I'm in the booth, I'll be saying something and the engineer will be like, huh? And I'll be like, nothing. I'll be like, come on, girl. You're gonna get this. Like,
no, that's good because you gotta speak it out into existence.
Yeah, I do. I do that a lot. So I think that's probably the weirdest thing about me is I talk to myself. Yeah. But
I feel like that would be a deal breaker for a lot of guys.
What?
Talking to yourself.
I know, right? But
what about shows? Like, have you done any shows?
Yeah, I've done some shows. Like I told you, I performed at Revo last year.
Yeah. Were you nervous?
I was so nervous, only because I didn't know that I won, and I was the only female that made it. So I was a little nervous because I'm like, oh my God. Like, all these beautiful people and these people that were auditioning, they were all over the place. And a little bit of me was like, damn, I wasn't prepared, you know. Like, I wasn't prepared to the point where I was like, I didn't have a new song to perform for them. Like, it was an old song I did. And they ended up loving it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they loved it. But I was scared because of that. It wasn't so outdated, maybe like 6 months old. But, you know, it wasn't a brand new song for me.
Yeah, I feel you. Because as an artist, like 6 months isn't a lot.
Yeah, and then 6 months prior to that, I had already, like, been writing the song and, you know, like, working on it. So I'm like, it's so old to me, you know?
Like, I want to do this new shit. But
yeah.
Like, new shit is like shit you did that day.
Right. So I didn't do anything new. I did something old. And then I didn't know I won because they have, like, this app for Revo. And they're supposed to send you a notification if you made it to the finals, and I never got a notification. So I was like, fuck, I was mad. I went to Wet Willie's and like got 2 drinks. And then by the time I came back to the hotel where they were doing the conference, like I was picking up my car at Ballet, and Andre Harrell, like I didn't even know it was him, but Andre Harrell is the guy that pretty much started Revo. He like does it with Diddy. Yeah. So he, like, I was like, okay, let me run to the bathroom really quick so I can, like, get my car out of valet before, like, I can use the bathroom before they bring my car up in valet. It was, like, going to take 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the bathroom. So I ran to the bathroom, and Andre Harrell was, like, right there. He's like, I'm wearing, like, a Mona Lisa t-shirt. So he's like, you're Mona Lisa.
Like your own brand?
No, it's a shirt, a graphic tee that just has Mona Lisa printed on it. But it's, like, the whole entire shirt is the painting.
Oh, okay.
So it was really dope. But yeah, he was like, you're Mona Lisa, right? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, where you going? I'm like, I'm about to leave. He's like, you made it to the finals. I'm like, no, I didn't. Stop. Like, this has to be a dream. Now, first of all, I'm drunk. And I'm like, this has to be a dream. Like, who are you? Who are you? I'm like, who are you? Why are you telling me I won? He's like, I'm Andre Harrell, right there. I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, I heard this name. So I'm like Googling him while he's in the bathroom. I'm like, yo, this is Andre Harrell. I'm like, yo, this is the craziest moment because like I was legit about to leave.
Yeah. Because
I didn't get a notification on their app. And I'm like, the app didn't work. He's like, don't worry about it. Come on. So he like walks me into the stage, and right there, they're like taking my name down, taking my song down. We're about to perform. Like I had no time to even think about it, get ready. Like I was already late. Like and they were like the first performer was going on stage, and I was like giving the DJ my music. So I was like, fuck. And I was like maybe like the 4th one to go on. So I just went. I was super nervous, tipsy as fuck. And I just went and did it. They liked it. I didn't win the finals, but you know, like I was still a winner. I still felt like a winner because there was like hundreds of people that auditioned, and only 7 of us made it.
Andre Herrera, right?
Yeah, Andre Harrell.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, that's huge. The fact that he even he knew my name before I knew who he was. Yeah, I was like, yo, that's huge.
He didn't have to go with you.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
What do you think it was about you that they liked?
I think that, you know, when I did do my performance, I was really like in their face, like, and plus I had like little gifts to give them. I think that helped a lot too, because people love free shit. Yeah, so I like had like these little gifts. It had like my sticker, my card, my business card. It had the USB slap band inside of it, and it had like some mints. So it was like a little box with a bunch of little things to give them.
That's smart.
Yeah, I took like about 100 of them. I stayed up all night. Like I made the boxes myself out of like construction paper, because they were like shaped in like a cake slice, so they looked like a piece of cake, and I like put them in like a circle, so it was like I had like 4 cakes, and then you like take a slice, like that type shit.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like I'm super junky on Pinterest, so I got it from Pinterest.
Yo, I love Pinterest. I'll be on that shit.
I'm a junkie.
I'll be on that for hours.
Yeah, I'll be on that more than Instagram sometimes. Like it gives me all my ideas, like ideas for everything.
Now I'm like excited to see your business cards, because I feel like.
Well, my business cards are cool. They're like a little they're the ancient geometry of the Mona Lisa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so how people say that Leonardo drew the Mona Lisa, he used like this ancient geometry that everybody wasn't using at the time. Like people didn't know about geometry like that at the time. So it's like he used the sacred geometry.
The Pythagorean theorem.
I don't think he used a Pythagorean theorem in that, but I'm sure that he knew of that during that time. But yeah, it's really cool. So that's what's on my business card is the geometry of the Mona Lisa. Kind of looks like Illuminati a little bit, but you know I'm not an Illuminati, so.
Because I love looking at like different business cards on Pinterest too, because like I be seeing some crazy shit. Like I'm like, yo, I want to do that for my business card, but like my business cards are boring. They just like Nick Torius on them.
Well, they're not all that. Like they're just like a white business card or whatever. My stickers are the same, but I try to go for more of the presentation of it. Like everybody was giving out business cards, but I'm like, I want them to have a piece of this cake. Like I want them to have. You know, a piece of this pie, a piece of what I got going on. So, you know, like, I made them into cakes.
Because you don't want them to throw them away. That's
exactly.
I went to Rolling Loud, like, 2 years ago, and...
Got a whole bunch of business cards.
No, I was leaving there, and I saw CDs all over the floor. Like, because people...
that's the worst.
Yeah, people were like, yo, check out my CD, check out my CD.
That's the whole reason I went with the slap bands, you know that?
Really?
Because, like, when I was walking up to people, I would shake their hand, and I would just be like, oh, here. Like, while I shake their hand, I would, like, put it on their wrist, and I would be like, hi, you know, whatever. This is my USB.
Yo, I would think that you're trying to, like, hack me or something.
No, like, it wasn't even like that. I would just be like, because since everyone was there for music, it had my name on it, like, my Instagram name. So I just, like, put it around the wrist. I'm like, and I showed them, like, it's a USB. It's my, you know, music or whatever. Check it out, whatever. And so, you know, they just kept it on their wrist. And the whole entire Revo, like, weekend, I see random people with, like, my little wristband on, like, doing interviews in the camera, like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. This is Revo. I'm like, yes, promo. Like,
everyone sees that. Like, that's where they got the rebound. So
it's true. It was really good promo. And I saw, like, some dudes that were, like, they had, like, We the Best chains on. I'm like, here you go. Yeah, like, for sure. You guys got to get one.
Yeah, you got
Yeah. So I was just, like, you know, I was doing that. I was, like, really trying to be on some really creative things. Like, I have some super creative ideas this year for Revolt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they surprised?
They're surprised. So, but, you know, last year I didn't see it. Like, I collected everything from what everyone did. Like, I have all the business cards, all the CDs, all the USBs, like, everyone gave me. And I have them in a pile. So, like, I was hitting people up, like, one by one. Like, okay, this one, let me hit them up. Like, hey, how you doing? How's your music going? Whatever. You know, just because people come back to Revo and I want to connect with them again, you know, and I want to build relationships. It's all about the relationship and building it, you know what I'm saying? So, I make sure I hit them back up. Like, hey, you're going to be at Revo this year? I'm going to be there. Come
it's funny because, like, a lot of artists, I think that's what separates a lot of girl artists from the guy artists, because guys don't do that. Guys have too much pride. They're like,
I have guys that do that though all the time in my DMs. Like, they'll send me music. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, met you here."
Not like as creative as you. Like,
yeah, I just think so much outside the box that I'm like, okay, what can I do that no artist is doing? Like, I know everybody is like putting music on SoundCloud, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music. Like, I know people are doing that, but how could I get it to people without them clicking it? Or how could I get it to them without them, like...
That's the easiest way. Like, just click a link.
Yeah, but, you know, some people won't even make the effort to go search, you know? So I'm like, how could I do this or whatever? And that's why I, like, thought of, like, so many different creative ways that I could reach people, you know? And that was important for me because, like, even the moguls, like, it's hard to even reach them or get them to see, like, okay, they have, like, 40 business cards at a time. Like, after the conference, people are, like, you see a bunch of people in front of the stage and people are just, like, hands like this. Like, a bunch of people just, like, trying to pass out CDs, trying to pass out business cards, you know?
Yeah, not for you.
Yeah, so I just try to think of something super creative. Like, I'm just a creative being. I'm a Virgo. Like, we're creative. So even if I have to sit there for 3 nights like I did and cut out construction paper and make a little box and put my shit in there, like...
Though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was fun. I had some help. Like, you know, I was in the studio a lot before that. So, like, I was, like, in the studio doing the cards and doing my music. So I was trying to, like, get all that shit together. I don't think I'm going to do the boxes this year because that shit took a lot of construction paper, a lot of cutting. My fingers are about to start bleeding.
You just got to get more help.
Yeah, but, you know, people help you to a certain extent, but you got to do it for yourself.
True. That's very true. So, do you have any advice that you would want to, like, give to anyone, like, starting out right now?
If you're starting out in the music industry, I would just say, you know, it's really important to be yourself because that's what wins, you know? Like, if you try so hard to be like somebody else, like, you know, it's really, I don't think it takes you places. I think being yourself, because everybody's so different, like... I feel like that's the best way to go, because it's like you never know who really likes that. Like, everybody's not gonna like you. Everybody's not gonna fuck with you. I've learned that from a young age, you know, like I told you, like, but when I start learning to just be me and just be myself, like, people gonna either not fuck with you or fuck with you, and the people that fuck with you are gonna fuck with you heavy just off the fact that you know you're genuine to yourself. So I just try to do that, not try to pretend, you know, and just try to show people the same support that I get back. Like, if you support me, I support you. If you don't, then whatever. Like, we probably not even cool. So, like, I don't even.
They're just hating.
Yeah. So,
you have anyone you want to shout out?
Just my team, Fast Life Entertainment, you know, Fast Life Worldwide. We do this shit all day. And, you know, just my friends and family and everybody that supports me. Like, I thank y'all 100% for that, because I need that. Like, sometimes I have days where I be like, I can't do this no more. Like, I feel like I want to quit. But I think about all the people that supported me for so long and all the people that, like, put in time to help me. Like, I can never, you know, take that for granted or put that in jeopardy. You know, like, people put in hard work and a lot of time for me. So I got to do the same in return for them. Like, just like you, like, you know, you taking your time out of your class and out of your, you know, schedule to help me. And, like, that's just so dope to me. I never take things like that for granted.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. No, of course, it's true. So where can everyone find you at?
So I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's Mona Lisa, but it's Mona with a V. So it's Monvlisa. It's just like an upside down A.
You feel like it's hard for people to find you?
No, because, like, you know, like, all the little weird ass rap names nowadays, like, it's not that hard. Like, it's literally just like a Mona with a V at the end instead of an A, because it's just like flipped upside down just for like spelling purposes and having an Instagram account for it. But it's Mona Lisa. Yeah. Like the picture.
I feel like it's hard for people to find me because, like, it's spelled like Torius, but, like, not right. So I'm giving, like, another person clout right now.
Right. That's how I feel sometimes too, because people automatically put Monalisa.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, Mona Lisa, oh, I didn't know you were Asian.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Yeah, everyone's still like, oh, I didn't know you, like, when did you turn white? I'm like,
really?
Yeah, so the other Torius is like some big white kid, and I'm like, oh my God, that's not
wow. Yeah. No, I mean, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter at that name, and then SoundCloud is the same name. I have my music on iTunes too, but there's links on SoundCloud that'll click you to the...
Yeah, that goes right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this has been 6 Feet with the lovely Mona Lisa with a V.
Mona Lisa with a V.